Yes people, Gene Debrero here. So I'm gonna take you through my arm workout today. Why I want to do a separate video just for arms, although I don't train them on their own specific day, I think it's important that I discuss why I do them, the way I do them, and how often I do them, and the volume involved in me doing them. One thing for me, arms for me have never really been a strong point. They've just about been good enough so that they don't throw off my physique. And as I've developed the rest of my physique, I've realized that they're lagging slightly. So I'll be real with you, I took a couple tips from Opio, my coach. I had the pleasure of working with, training with Bob Waterhouse, the natural IFBB pro, and they just gave me some tips on what I should be doing for triceps specifically. My biceps have always been half decent, but my triceps in particular needed a lot of extra thickness, a lot of extra shape, just to get that nice little drop. So a big thing for me is frequency and volume. So volume, self-explanatory. For me, they're small muscle groups. Packing on a ton of weight on something, it's not the most effective way to do things in my opinion. I think smaller muscles, you can get just as much out of a lesser weight executed properly for more reps than just packing on a ton of weight and doing 6 to 8 reps. It's not the same as doing legs, like a bigger muscle group that can take a lot more intensity, a lot more trauma, you know what I mean? It doesn't need to be broken down that much to grow. So yeah, that's number one. But frequency is the key for me. Frequency is the key for me. So I do them twice a week now. I do 3 tricep movements both days. And I do 2 to 3 bicep movements depending on what day. So if I've had a particularly heavy back session, when I finally do arms a couple days after, I'll probably only do 2 bicep movements because my forearms and arms are still a little bit sore. But when I'm fresh off of the weekend or whatever and I come back in to do delts or whatever, and my arms are a lot fresher, I'll do 3 of each. But yeah, anyway, I've been talking long enough for now. I'll pop back in a second, and yeah, let's crack on. All right, cool. So we've done straight bar tricep pushdowns. We did overhead rope extensions. We've done bent over, I call them bent over kickbacks, cable kickbacks, because I prefer those to dumbbell kickbacks. And then because today was one of those days I was telling you about where my forearms and biceps are still a bit fatigued, we did a dumbbell curl into a hammer curl superset. And then that was it today. We didn't do 3 separate movements. One particular movement I wanted to discuss was the overhead tricep extensions with the rope attachment. So one problem that I used to have with my triceps and why they wouldn't grow, why they wouldn't grow enough, is because I never really utilized the full stretch of an overhead movement. Everything I used to do was very narrow and it was very short. It was very short range. And although I was incredibly strong at those and I got a lot better at those because I was doing them all the time, the benefits you get from overhead movements, just because you get a full stretch of the tricep, and for me as well, cables in particular, it keeps that tension on there the whole time. That for me, you can't grow elite triceps without doing overhead movements. 100% you cannot, and I won't be told otherwise. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure I told you guys that because, like I said earlier, arms are a big thing for me that needed improvement, and I finally feel like I've found the formula. So if you guys want to try this, I 100% encourage you, and let me know how you get on. Let me know how you get on. All right, cool. So yeah, that was my arm session. Triceps and biceps, obviously heavily tricep bias. As I've explained a couple times already, triceps were an area that I really needed to improve to bring my physique to that next level and to just bring overall balance. My biceps have always been pretty decent. Biceps are pretty simple, small muscle group, quite straightforward movements for them, but triceps are a little bit more complex. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Look over the video a few times when you're in the gym, see if there's anything you can kind of steal from me and let me know how you get on with it and that. And yeah, comment below if you want any specific information about anything. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff, and see you next time.